to the off lane. Because they're Radiant right now, so I would naturally think Shadow Fiend is... My brain's just, lost its shit.
Right.
Where does the Viper go? What's his actual role in the game? Because he is a lane dominator. You usually want to put him against someone that you don't want to farm freely. Is that the Tidehunter? Or is it because the Meepwn'd want to put on the counter pressure once Axe gets Blink Dagger? And then they've got Mech on the Viper that allows Shadow Fiend to go for a more greedy build like Midas into straight Blink BKB rather than going back and getting Yule's Mech if he's behind. Don't know. Shadow Fiend Radiant mid is one of the best laning hero roles there has ever been in the...
Yeah. Like this. Empire. They're going to set up for a nice little start here. They're going to go for the early first blood. But we are getting ourselves into game number 2 here of Empire versus Meepwn'd. Meepwn'd are up 1 game after a pretty dominating performance.
30
game number 1.
seconds to battle.
Managed to take out Empire in about 40 minutes. Are going to be seeing Empire start themselves with a 4-man in the Roshan pit to see if they can't scout out or actually bait out.
They think it's just Yoki here.
Yeah, Yoki. Oh, he's going to run away. He's like, oh, God, I'm taking so much damage. Let me run away and try and get this bounty rune. But if they come too close.
They know.
Yeah. Simba, you're going to be the target here, real close friend. Now comes the Chilling Touch, right clicks with the telekinesis on top of that Simba. You may be tanky, but there is no way you live through that Chilling Touch. And Empire, with the cheeky little play, will be able to get the first blood for the Zeus. What a way to start out for Resolution. A nice, quick bottle for him.
I think Weehaw is watching that fight as well, because he's missed his block at mid. Hani has to run over and help him out.
So that means we're going to have pretty standard defensive tri-lane here for Empire mid. Zeus, who already has his bottle, plus can actually get himself. If he waited a little bit, he could have gotten bottle and boots, but both will probably be flown out to him. And then our safe lane is going to be, this is the toughest lane for Team Empire here. Tidehunter facing up against 3 ranged heroes, presumably. Now, Hani is doing this like very aggressive play so far in his Lion. Really playing with the supports. I'm not sure entirely what his plan is here.
Well, they've sacked top lane and sent Axe down into the jungle. Sing Sing being chased by the Tidehunter. 2 rings of protection, so he's not going to do too badly here, especially with the Kraken Shell on top of that.
Like, Hani's just having a battle here.
Against Chilling Touch, 1 more.
Ooh. Not quite enough. I mean, he's toying around with the other 2 supports, and that's fine, but he's not getting anything for himself, and it's not like the supports really need to do all that much. I mean, it's not like there's any pull advantage.
He's stopped them from pulling, so now the lane is near his tier 1 tower, but I think it's more about stopping the gank potential on Shadow Fiend.
Isn't that kind of on silent, though? I mean, the lane should have been just, with no one else there, right? They should have been able to keep the lane where it was at.
I assumed he'd gone Heartstop Aurora, but he just leveled that up. He'd gone 2 in Death Pulse.
So maybe Silent accidentally letting his range creep live. Or something along those lines.
Instead of Hani going straight onto Resolution and trading hits with him, forcing him back into the lane, he's gone for the 2 supports, because Weehaw can lane decently against the Zeus with the stick charges he's got. Hani's going back. He's going to try and get the rune, but Resolution's already here.
Yeah, it even zaps Hani for his troubles. So Hani may actually be forced back to base with that one. Illusion rune for the Zeus, not terribly good. Yoki just taking up the hits from Sing Sing. He's just barely staying in experience range and then starts backing out the moment Exist moves forward on the Viper. I think at a certain point you maybe consider trying to stack up Ancients or possibly going full-time jungle. And it's not something I say lightly with Tidehunter, but laning up against the Viper is just generally too much for any melee to deal with. If he stays in lane, he at least needs to get himself a TP scroll because he's dealing with double slow lanes.
Like, wait till level 3 so you've got 2 in Anchor Smash and then head into the jungle, or do you want to wait for level 3 and boots?
I'm not sure which, but Yoki is definitely playing a very dangerous game here. Exist trying to go for it, and the tick out.
Stuck though.
Yeah, Exist is going to have to eat his way through the trees here. He can actually get himself all the way out easily, as long as he eats the right trees. There we go.
Exist? He wasted a salve though.
Oh, did he really? Oh, whoops. Well, that's no good. Still, he gets the kill. Yoki will be able to get himself experience. His lane does push into the tower. So he'll be happy with that one. Meanwhile, Aloha still looking for the gank here on Weehaw. We saw earlier both him and the Ancient Apparition tried to go for a smoke, but again, Hani was there to ruin it, as always. And now another push. Silent has a full creep wave here going towards Hani, but they're still going to get the kill. Hani's not actually going to live to see this experience. Hides himself in a hidey hole here, but Silent will find him. They'll get the kill. Aloha Dance actually dropping quite low.
Top? There's like a double kill here. AA and Rubik was very low.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see the AA's HP. But now they may actually be able to take this tier 1 tower. It's Hani, I'm not sure if he's going to have enough will to be able to move forward and draw the creeps off the tower. And with that many creeps plus his siege wagon on it, looks like the tier 1 may fall nice and early for Empire.
They've still got Glyph, and the fact that AA has just pulled the wave back again. So no. Silent now go back in for the last hit.
I think he has to.
Risky.
At least try and keep vision. Unfortunately, it's nighttime, so it's really tough to keep vision of the tower.
Radiant's bottom
so why
tower
Aloha
is
Dance is
under
going to have to
attack.
like occasionally bounce himself into tower range just to see, is the tower gone down in HP at all? No, it's still there.
But now they can deny.
But now they can deny. Or
Nope,
maybe bait it out. Lions here, they're fully content to continue to bait this one out. See forward. Oh, it is getting denied. Time to run forward again.
They've still got Glyph though. Like Action walked into the creep wave.
Yeah, oh god, Empire taking the fight, hook, line, and sinker. As this comes in, simple kill, and now they'll get the deny. Way too greedy from the side of Empire, and they lose their carry in the process. That was
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Nice there from Yoki. He's moved off this bot lane just to see where the Shadow Fiend is, but Weehaw was ferrying bottle rather than actually taking down jungle camps. So Tidehunter, you know, it was a good play to go and see where SF was, but the fact that Viper TP top and he would have been 1v1 against Sing Sing, he's just out on a bit of experience and gold.
Yeah, he'll still be able to get probably level 4, maybe 5 off of this. And double rings of protection have done him a lot of good as the Tidehunter is. He was just taking tons of right clicks from Sing Sing. He's been able to survive in lane for a long time. Aloha Dance unable to get the DD. What? Aloha? All right. That was a simple right click on the DD.
Okay.
But apparently, no can do. That DD will go the way of Honey, who's now going to help out Fly in his jungling. By the way, Fly has 800 gold plus Tranquil Boots, so his jungle is actually going pretty damn well.
Not been doing excellently though. They haven't had too many stacks for him to take. Shadow Fiend's been taking his large and medium camps, while Axe has sort of been relegated to the east side of the jungle. And oh, where's Cart? I want to know the average timing on Blink Dagger.
On Jungle Axe, yeah. Viper manages to get the kill in the bottom lane on Yoki once again. I don't think you can really blame it. It's just a Tidehunter can't do anything about this. The most blame you can really put on him is like maybe you should focus on ancient stacking or doing jungle. But if you and your team want you to continue to try and stick in that lane, it's just inevitable. Most you can do is just carry a TP screen. That's what he's probably going to be doing from now on, but actually looks like he is abandoning that lane and will be going do some jungle.
Yeah, especially to have Viper 6. I think it might have caught him by surprise there. In fact, Exist pretty much just hit level 6 with the Viper Strike thrown out on him.
This is a very dangerous thing for Aloha Dance and Always Want to Fly to do like this. And they are going to be surrounded here. The SF comes in. Oh, Raze on 2. They're actually going to try and go one way or the other. Looks like Aloha Dance is going to be the target. Aloha could have maybe gone to the hard camp, but there were no creeps there, so even then he wouldn't have denied himself. So they actually lost that one. But average timing is 11.4 minutes, 11.9 over all patches. So I would say, yeah, 11 minutes is, I would say, about standard for jungle axe. I don't think there's going to be too many laning axes that will skew the timing of the dagger that much. So. Resolution, Haste Rune, is he dipping around behind Hani? This is a dangerous play to dive a tier 2 up against a heavy disabler, but
438 HP on Hani.
yeah, he just does that one, and that's good enough. Well, now he is going to be caught here by the Viper and may be forced to TP himself out.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. The last take actually just barely killed him. But once again, Viper. This has definitely been on the ball with making sure he has TPs and always is getting to the right spots. I mean, he TP'd up to that top lane when they baited out the Necrophos this time around. Gets the return kill on the Zeus in exchange for the support Lion.
Well, I really feel it's like Resolution is underestimating his opponents here. Last game he did a similar thing up against the Storm Spirit where he went in too deep and he played the game very balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Just there, getting a kill on the Lion, like you said it when he was running over there. Is this going to be worth it? Will he get the, like, he got the kill, sure enough, but diving behind a tier 2 when a kill isn't worth that much gold when you could be farming lane then going back into the jungle. It's basically the only goal he achieved there was slowing down Lion's Blink Dagger, which is already slowed enough the fact that he has experience in the offlane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Silent early Blink Dagger for him, do you think? Or do you ponder that maybe you should be going
Radiant's
like
top tower
all in
is
on
under
team
attack.
fight and go for the mech and let the Tidehunter go for the Blink?
I thought this was going to be a Midas Necro, actually. Going Rod of Atos first item? Just picked up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Rod first. I'm actually really okay with Rod. I think it's a heavily underutilized item, and these sort of heroes, Necrophos, Silence, are these exact heroes that Rod was made. So let's take a look at the net worth 10 minutes in. Necrophos is top of the board, but our SF, Viper, and Zeus are
Dire's
all
bottom
right
tower
there.
is under
The big
attack.
difference is, of course, between the two offlaners. Jungle Axe has 3,500 net worth, while the Tidehunter only having 2K after having to deal with a very, very tough offlane.
Blink and smoke. This is going to be the big reveal from Simba.
Who do you go? Who's your best target at this point? Is it the Necrophos or is it the Zeus?
The two supports. Because they are always standing next to each other, like always right on top of each other.
Well, I would say, like, yeah, if you can get a Blink Dagger and manage to catch both of them, that'd be big. But like, if you had a reveal for Blink Dagger, it looks like they're going to choose the Zeus. So Resolution's going to be dying here. Culling Blade to him. Bottom lane, meanwhile, they do manage to get the Dazzle as well. So the Rubik ends up losing his life to the Dazzle. Is that how that worked? How did that even
Dire's
happen?
middle tower
I just saw the message pop up and Dazzle killed the
Radiant's bottom
Rubik, I guess with the
tower
help
is
of
under
Mirage.
attack.
Exist with the Viper Strike.
Yeah, they used Ravage there. But that was sort of a 3v2 scenario where they traded 1-for-1, so that's a bit unfortunate.
Dire's structures are fortified.
They will go for the middle
Dire's
tower as
middle
well, now
tower
that
is
Zeus is
under
no longer
attack.
there to spam lightning at it.
Even though Weeha has had like a dominant laning phase, he's farmed excellently. Oh, the TP.
Aloha Dance, he's only level 4 too, he is so weak. There goes the Lion at least, Aloha Dance. I think the best thing you could hope for is maybe denying yourself the Roshan, looping around, does manage to get the Fade Bolt, and will actually survive here as Fly can't pursue that far. I don't think he got a single spin on that call. Sing Sing again with the right position there on the weave. Will try and slow down. Weeha managed to get a double raise and will finish off the Rubik. Very precarious decision there from Empire to try and move forward with weave already on them uphill like that when they have no vision. They do pay for it by losing an extra hero that they did not need to.
But yeah, how do you feel about the Yules and SF when you're so far ahead?
I'm okay with it because it sets up these kind of ganks if necessary.
Radiant's
Not
top
needed
tower
here,
is
but
under
they'll still
attack.
get it thanks to Simba's smoke and blink.
That's what I mean, like you're going to have Blink Axe and Blink Light at some point in the game. Do you need that extra form of initiation?
Well, I think on SF it kind of serves, like, Yules is always like
Defensive and offensive.
yeah, right. So it's a nice in-between item. So, for example, Ancient Apparition Ice Blast coming in. You have actually Zeus's ultimate as well
Radiant's
as
bottom
maybe
tower
Titan ult
is under
you can
attack.
dodge as well. So I think there are certain things that you can dodge for yourself. So,
Dire's middle tower is under
but I
attack.
do agree with you. I mean, you already are in a great position here as Meepwn'd. You don't really necessarily need extra initiation.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Especially with Hani going to be getting a Blink Dagger pretty quickly, I bet. Yoki, meanwhile, he's not getting a Blink Dagger anytime soon, it feels. the rate these towers are going to start falling. Meepwn'd they win kind of like heavy early game with that last pick Viper. And despite the fact that it was Empire who were the ones setting up with a lot of early game and mainly just a lot of team fight for the mid game, they actually cannot fight you. Mainly because of the Viper, I would say, but also the Jungle Axe getting Blink Dagger so early in the way that the Tidehunter's been utterly shut down. Without that Ravage initiation, you don't set up the Necrophos or the AA Ice Blast. And without those, you don't have the guaranteed kills that you would normally have.
That's a good point. That Phage guy just said that I might want to be a bit more specific with when I say average, because there's obviously mean, median, and mode. So when Cart gives me the average Blink Dagger timing, it's obviously using outliers for really slow and really quick ones, so maybe Cart can tell us the median.
Noki's got himself a haste rune, so that may be the initiation. The poor man's non-blink. Oh, Hani getting solo here in the middle lane. Will actually be able to get the nuke on a resolution. That ensures the kill. Silent. Unable to get the heartbeat. Ice Blast. Not quite going to get Hani. They get a double. So with the Ice Blast missing, Hani will walk himself away just barely. Ends up baiting 2 carries into their death on the side of Empire.
And then the Yule's paying off with a big Requiem.
Yep. So this is just, I don't know, I
is under attack.
I like Rodovatos on Necrophos here, but I kind of wonder if, like, I think you need to time your Blink Dagger with the Tidehunter Blink Dagger, so maybe Blink first isn't the right idea.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Because he's the one role hero here for Empire. Zeus is like the tempo controller with the max damage he's got from 10 to 25, 30 minutes into the game. And then Necro is your, he is the hard carry, or like a counter carry up against the Shadow Fiend. Whether you should have gone
Radiant's bottom tower. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Feels a bit odd that, like, Rodovatos, sure, it's decent against heroes like Axe, where you're slowing down their, you know, basically bombardment into you, but it doesn't stop them doing Berserker's Call.
The HP is also nice.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Survivability always kind of needed, but as we saw from that last display of the SF, that survivability may not be enough. Force Staff, as well as soon to be for resolutions. So he did not go for a Yules himself. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised. Huh. He actually goes what I would say is a bit more of a traditional route. At least in Dota 2. After? Yeah, maybe he goes max mobility like old Zeus's used to go in Dota 2.
Bit of BKB here though, against Shadow Fiend and Lion.
10.75. Smoke up, Aloha dances, Smoke immediately dies. And they're like, the hero must be jungling. No, that was actually the SF. Making a small little wander over there. It's going to clip Weehaw because it does actually still hit the Yules, but the main part there, the damage doesn't actually hit him. Simply dropping low, with the SF almost dying there inside the tower. Not quite good enough. The Ravage goes off. They'll be able to take out the Axe and possibly exist as well, but he is so damn tanky and so hard to kill. Plus they have the Minus Armor taken away onto Silent. He's actually going to be taking a huge amount of physical damage, trying to slow down, exist as much as possible while farther down. Hani getting off the Hex, trying to get himself away again. 100 HP in resolution, not going to be able to get it. Yogi himself out. Weehaw will let loose that ultimate onto the Zeus. 2 heroes fall on the side of Empire, and again, Empire overzealous in trying to force the fight, pushing forward past the tier 1 tower. Gotta question the idea behind that one. I mean, they came close.
For halfway to his Aghanims or something like that, then maybe you can start thinking of turning this around. But I guess the ever-threatening Shadow Fiend's, you know, flash farming, the fact that he's got Blink Yules, he's nearly got BKB. It'll be difficult keeping up with him.
Weehaw is going to be kind of threatened here. I don't think they'll be able to get much else. What? Was he actually stuck
Dire's
there?
Middle tower is under
you see him pinging it out a couple times. Like, the Tidehunter just stopped moving.
I've seen so many pathing, like ever since Valve released that.
Improved pathing!
Yeah,
and everybody's like,
one of the patch notes said, we have fixed some pathing issues, and I have seen more pathing issues in the past, like, week and a half than I have in the like, I know that some existed around, like, towers especially, the collision size and model size were glitching out with each other, and...
I would say the most glaring one, by the way, is this one, where you go through that and you draw a creep aggro. Like, that has been there forever and a half.
I've had some really weird ones where I've told my guy, or I've, you know, selected my hero, said, okay, TP to this spot here, and it'll think that instead of TPing, it'll do it like as the crow flies or something, or it'll bug out, and instead of TPing to this tower here, I'm running this way.
This is perfect! Oh, we got his Tranquils, though.
Oh no!
Oh, that was so close. If Always Wanna Fly hadn't thrown out that Ice Vortex, I don't think Fly would have clicked his boots fast enough. That would have been a decent win. At this point in time, like, Axe is already farmed up enough that, like, losing Tranquil Boots is a total loss for him. But it would have been nice. They're going to run into Exist here, but again, Hero, I do not think they should try and target.
The Flipper with a cloak.
Does he really have a cloak?
Yep.
Oh my god. Mech as well as Cloak. They're going to try and trap him here, but Always Wanna Fly. He's definitely going down. They're going to need to probably go back just to try and get this kill. They will be able to. Thanks to the Flash now Silence comes in. They will blow up Sing Sing. On top of that, Always Wanna Fly still falls, but if they're not careful, Weehaw is waiting in the wings right now. Honey coming in. Two-man impale to start out. Finger Death on. Yoki got to fight it up, but already they've taken out Flying. Will go for Har. Looks like Honey will also fall. And man, what a win for Empire. I was waiting for Weehaw to let loose an ultimate and surprise them, but that actually works. Oh god, he's gonna get it now. He's getting the turn. Silent getting rolled. Weehaw still dies. The last hit for the tower. The tower solution. Tower is gone. Tower wipes out the rest of Empire. And team wipe. It's a team wipe on both sides. They're all
middle
dead.
Tower is under attack.
Wow.
Towers, you're the real MVP.
Who thought that was a good idea? Again, Empire, like,
diving.
Driving
They've got no
an
vision.
SF into tier 3 tower. You don't have vision. I don't know. I don't know anymore, Durka. That was some serious YOLO plays by Empire. I mean, if they hope, like, looking at the rest of the CIS team, the CIS region, you've got all these amazing teams. If Empire wanted to, like, be seriously thought of as a tier 1 team, they can't afford to be going as YOLO, right? They actually have to have a bit better structure. And maybe this is going to be another setup here. They're going to go for Exist. They stole Viper Ultimate, as you can always do. Fly not really able to get save his ally, but maybe he can get some revenge here. They know there is no Ravage, so there's no fear of that. They just simply jump on Aloha. That's good enough.
They want to go for more. Simba, blink off cooldown. And actually catch him.
Yeah, he can catch up, get the Battle Hunger, in which case Yoki, he's going to have to juke and jive a little bit. The call will catch him out. Yoki looks like he's going to die here.
Radiant's middle tower.
So it ends up being a 2-for-1. They did clear a lot of room. For example, middle lane, Silent is actually right-clicking down that tier 1 tower. That's 4 heroes in the bottom half of the bottom half of the map. That means you know you're good to farm middle, push that out, and same goes with top lane, which is something that Empire weren't actually doing a whole lot of. They were not doing a whole lot of farming. They were actually trying to force fights in order to get back into the game.
Like, Empire had a pretty good strategy.
Yeah, that's...
Sing, see ya.
Oh, man. I mean, that...
Playing this out.
Yeah. And that being said, like, look, we're talking about the net worth and the experience and showing that it is pretty even. In fact, it's about to get a lot more even. Because this tier 1 tower is going to fall middle. Attempted to deny here from the SF. Weehaw, Yules, BKB activate, and let loose the ultimate. Silent, getting quite low, goes to the tower, still not quite enough damage. And Weehaw will get the deny as well. So, big pickup there. So, forget what I said about evening out the net worth. Meepwn'd actually walk away with more gold from that one. But still, I mean, I would say that Empire have better late game. And it's kind of weird to say because it's essentially SF versus Necro in the late game.
Then you've got Ice Blast to deal with HP from Axe.
Yep.
I think that's why Honey's... Yeah, I just clicked on him and, like, shook my head. Like, what? He's gone for Midas. So no blink on him. I think Meepwn'd is scared of that Necro's ulti. Like super scared of Reaper's refresher later on.
They're going to jump on a fly here. Again, a situation they may have to use Ravage for. The Iron is off the mark, and now they're in some trouble. The Ravage goes off. He's still trying to move forward, but Finger Death will finish him off. Aloha Dance letting loose the ultimate, still not enough to finish off Fly. Now Sing Sing on the other side is going to try and stall him up. Finger Death turned on to Hani, but no. Aloha, as many ultimates as he stole, he still couldn't finish off a single hero. Never mind. There goes Hani. The Zeus got him. The ultimate just now coming off cooldown. Unfortunately for him, Fly was able to get back into the fountain in time, so.
While Silent is in the jungle farming up his ags.
Oh, look at that. Resolution actually was standing on top of a ward while he farmed up, while he popped his ultimate, so. Gets a little bit of extra vision there. Silent, meanwhile, yeah. Farming up Ags just needs another 5 gold, so he'll be happy with that one. Always want to fly. Doing something similar here in the bottom lane is halfway to his Aghanims. Got the point booster as well as one of the stat items. As long as he is able to either not be caught here or purchase it before he dies, his exists almost catching him out there. Top lane Silent. Oh no, we've seen this story time and time before. This time around doesn't do nearly as much damage as it did in the past to Silent, but still with the help of Fly, really able to ensure the kill.
That didn't feel like it did anything at all. Requiem of Souls right on top of him.
Yeah. I'm not sure, did he actually? I feel like he only had half souls there. Oh, Aloha Dance. Bye-bye. Telekinesis will give the kill to the Viper. Meanwhile, Resolution. He'll actually take out that counter ward that was placed with the support. Of course, another counter ward I'm sure is going to be on its way, but for the time being, Resolution forces the supports to spend a little more. But yeah, I mean, they just lost. I'm looking through this, and it's like Empire cycling through what heroes are going to die next. They lose the Tidehunter and Rubik earlier. Now they lose the Necrophos. These are heroes that definitely need a good amount of late game farm. Necrophos at least has his level 3 plus Ags, so that is obviously a huge pickup and can definitely decide this game. But I'm still looking at it and going, you know, you still kind of want to have a refresher on the Tidehunter, or Force Staff now and then refresher later.
But now Mirage has Pipe, which is an item that we almost never see. Like,
Yeah.
who actually buys Pipe anymore?
It's not seen too often, that's for sure. This is definitely the game to go for it.
Yep. Like the one game that you'll ever buy Pipe.
I mean, how do you kill this Viper now? Like, it is actually astonishing because it's all magic damage. This guy is now up to 60% magic resistance and 50% damage resistance. If he was to get, like, a vitality booster, right? That item, it gives you 250 HP.
Or Aghanims.
That's actually like 400 HP. Just because of the mass amounts of resistance that you have. But yes, Aghanims as well. Probably be the first thought of got himself a point booster all ready to go.
And this is where I feel the Shadow Fiend's Yules doesn't really pay off. Like 26 minutes into the game, you had a really dominant start. Got 70 last hits by 12 minutes or something. Like he had a ridiculously good laning phase, had 2 or 3 kills on top of that. If he'd gone Midas into hardcore carry items right now, they could potentially be taking Roshan pushing into high ground. Whereas he's more of a utility hero with magical damage.
Well, he has inflicted a serious amount of damage to Empire with that Yules, right? I mean, he's picked off the Necrophos 2 or 3 times. Oh, Smoke in the smoke here. Flick himself away to get the quick kill onto, and will also get Hani. He'll survive thanks to the fight in part through the Reaper side. Looks like he'll still die here, though. Finger Death goes off on Yoki, still not enough damage. And they're going to try and pursue for more here. Can they actually slow down the Viper enough? Gush, right clicks. Yoki may die here just because Exist is going to live so long and his right clicks are doing so much damage. Shallow grave, he wants some more, but not quite enough. So that was a huge win there for Empire, and I would say a large part of that is Fly blinking himself backwards when he could have had a blink onto 3 or potentially a 4-man
Radiant's
call.
bottom tower.
And then Weehard not able to get the BKB off or
Yeah.
duels himself or anything because the telekinesis is ravaged pretty much.
Yeah.
For Team Empire. I don't know, how does... This is looking rough for Meepwn'd. Like, Midas on the line means that they don't have the extra initiation to
Radiant's
follow up
bottom
with the
tower.
X.
has
Never
fallen.
been sure, but he's susceptible to getting picked off by, like, Reaper Scythe. Viper doesn't offer you too much late game carry
Radiant's
potential.
bottom tower is under
Has
attack.
it hit the point where
Radiant
Meepwn'd lined up
structures are
full splat?
fortified.
I wouldn't say just yet. I think they maybe hit a small little lull, but what's the next item on the SF? Is he going like full Scotty? Not sure if Manta is your item here.
Nothing to really dispel or dodge. Yeah, I'd say Scotty.
Yeah, I mean,
Lincoln's might be good against Reaper Scythe, but I don't think it's worth the expenditure.
no, I don't think so either. I mean, Zeus has his Auric Lightning, right? It's one of the actual best abilities for still Lincoln. Long range, spammable, very little cooldown.
Aloha Dance stacking the Roche Pit. Just missed it though.
Yeah, unfortunately not going to see that double Roshan strat here. Another smoke up for Meepwn'd. I mean, last one went poorly, but this time around they may be able to catch on somebody. They're checking Roshan right now, but the smoke will not pop, and they're going to try and take Roshan for themselves.
Well, they've got vision of the 3 heroes mid, so they know that they're pretty safe. But Sing Sing is getting spotted out here by the Dire Ward.
You know, it's kind of interesting, but Pipe is actually like the key to save these supports against Reaper Scythe. You can actually
Radiant's
have such
middle
low
tower is under
HP
attack.
that I don't think Reaper Scythe could kill you if Pipe was active. You know, say if the hero only had 200 HP, they drop down to 1 HP, your Reaper Scythe is actually doing any damage. Right? Because it's based on how much HP you're missing.
To the Radiant.
So if it's only doing, you know, 200 HP and Pipe soaks up 400, Reaper Scythe could potentially just be completely blocked by Pipe. And we saw that last time where he tried to go for the Reaper Scythe onto Hani, and he was a little bit above half HP, and it literally did nothing because
Hani had
Pipe...
like 90% HP there.
Oh, he was down to like 70. He was down to more like 70.
What, when he was down here?
Yeah.
He was on like 90%.
No.
Yeah, he was.
Yo, we'll go through the replay.
Download the replay, dude.
But anyway, the point being is that it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that Pipe is actually the ultimate way to save some of these supports because the Reaper Scythe doesn't actually do that much damage. It's just usually enough to kill you. Ancient Apparition, how's that Ags coming? Because he needs it. He needs it real bad. He almost has it. Top lane, Tidehunter.
See ya.
Yeah, that's the old one shot right there. Big tanky watermelon is split in half. Oh, aloha. Good thing that Yules isn't up. So there's the Scotty for finishes that one up. Ready to go. What is this? Silence going to be going for a BKB here? So he actually almost has it. 300, 400 gold. Desperately needs it up against this Eula Scepter of the SF. But yeah, I don't think you can test it. You have way too many items coming up. I would be incredibly sad if Empire contest, which probably means they will contest.
Of course.
I mean, they've already kind of, like I've said, you don't go out and force the fight when you don't have buyback, and they immediately did that one.
Well, you've got Blink Ravage that can TP on this tower. No, he did make
Dire's
it,
top tower has fallen.
bailed out.
Oh, they're really going for it. Pipe way down, they're going to try and pop Sing Sing here. Shallow Grave will protect him for the time being, and he's 10 minutes teleport out. Reaper Scythe will stop him, and will be able to take him out of that fight. Now, Aloha Dance, the target of both Weehaw and Simba. Finger Death, finish him off. Silent, turns around, pops that BKB, going to try and fight Weehaw. As best he can, Weehaw's getting low. Resolution, Ravage, goes on BKB just in time to save him. Silent, still trying to get out, Ravage in the corner, is not going to make it. Weehaw, oh my god! Silent gets out, he's got to blink away, and he's good.
I screamed like a little girl.
That was amazing. Yoki, I'm not sure if you really want to do this, friends. You've only got resolution backing you off. Rolls, it goes off. Yoki, yeah, you're dying here, friend.
Middle tower
Right click. This time, there's no survival.
And that Silent comes back in.
They're slowing him down. They're kiting him around something fierce. Yule Scepter goes off. Silent with, nope. I mean, it'll follow him, but it's not enough to finish off Weehaw. TP in. Rubik, can you do it? Can you get the Fateful? Can you be a winner for us? Aloha. Nope. They will at least get Hani.
He lost his blink just before he died. I can't believe he got that much gold. He's sitting on like 1,300 on top of his Midas, whatever else he had. 900 gold from that fight? No way.
Who did?
Lion.
Wow. Ice Splat. Oh, it hits him, but it's not enough. Good Yule Step through there from Weehaw.
Ah! Oh, never mind.
The Zeus ultimate came back up. He used it in the beginning of that fight. And then they had in the top lane. And it took Weehaw so long to get back to base that Resolution had a second one. Wow, and he's actually, with that kill, he gets himself super close to Refresher, which is huge, obviously, with Ice Blast. Oh. On top of that, as well with the Reaper's Sight.
Really?
Who? What? Where?
Aghanim's really on the AA.
Oh yeah, Aghanim's for the AA with a Refresher on Resolution. I mean, that is potentially your whole entire team getting wiped when these scenarios happen, where you've got Zeus with Refresher, and if he gets an Aghanim's after that, then you get an Ice Blast with an Aghanim's Ice Blast on top of that. Like, that just instantly wipes out, like, 3 minutes.
That would be a tribute.
So, Meepwn'd are definitely stuck in this really tough scenario because they are definitely stalling out heavily now. I kind of felt like when you asked me that question earlier, I was kind of like, no, they can still take these fights. But now that I've seen like the Scotty in action for SF, and it still wasn't enough for them to win the fight. Empire, I mean, there's just not enough damage fast enough for Meepwn'd. That's going to be the biggest issue, right? A lot of their damage is a bit slow now because the SF doesn't actually do that much damage anymore. Like, his only damage item he has is Scotty, really. Like, yeah, BKB gives you some damage and Scotty, but...
Like, both of their actual cores, I don't see Axe as a core right now. He's just an initiator. He blinks in and he calls. Maybe 15 to 20 minutes, 25 minutes into the game, he's a core where he's, you know, constantly getting kills and he's got that tempo control going, but both Shadow Fiend and Viper have gone utility build. They've got no DPS whatsoever. Yeah, they've got pretty much no physical damage. They have to rely on Weave to amplify what little damage they have, and I think Hani with Finger of Death.
That being said, I mean, let's be perfectly honest here. Empire have been really terrible with playing around Weave. Like, that was what lost them game number 1, straight up. Like, they had so many fights that they were fighting with Weave on them, and they ended up losing it. So maybe Weave does give them the turnaround, but you're right, it's just, like, in the first 25 minutes, they had fast game, right? SF, Yule's ultimate, blows up one hero. They had Viper still, like, his damage was actually really good, so even though its damage over time, it was still, like, pretty damn fast. And then, of course, like, heroes like Lion and Axe, very succinct, like, go get in, get the damage, pop that hero real quickly. But now that Finger of Death, now that, you know, these heroes aren't dropping down into Calling Blade range, that's what we think will happen. Zeus ultimate, there goes the Refresher, there goes the two ultimate, down they'll Ravage! Oh, that was a very ballsy move there. Mirage, this actually going in up against the Aloha Dance, but he's going to get himself caught. The Reaper's Sight finishes him off too. That's no buyback. That could be Empire crippling Meepwn'd now, as they should be able to take this tier 2 tower in the middle lane, and they go for more. Unfortunately for them, Roshan is not up
Radiant's middle
for a few minutes,
under
but
attack.
they could potentially try and push uphill.
Radiant's middle tower
They've got
Just
bot
for
lane
the
pushing
next
in
15
as well.
seconds, yeah.
That's pretty much a full creep wave plus Catapult on the bot lane that people now have to contend with.
You better be careful. Simba's going to make an initiation, and he's going to go and try and pop Aloha Dance. He'll get it too. Not much they can do up against the BKB of Simba. At least not yet anyway. Full 10-second one.
Don't go in deep here, please.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, the Weave is on them. Disaster for Empire. Oh no, they're going to like turn around for some reason. With Weave like halfway through its duration. Alright, they're good. Empire, no throws today, friends. No throws today. They're backing themselves out. They're going to continue to farm up. 30 to 25. 37.5 minutes in. Take a look at that net worth and how it's dropped in the last 2 to 3 minutes. About a 5,000 gold swing in just the last 3 minutes in the favor of Empire, and Empire also sitting about a 7,500 experience lead. That is only going to grow from here.
That's going to hit like 10k Still can't believe though, Ice Blast plus Refresher's result. The two supports just evaporate.
Oh yeah. They get hit by the Ice Blast, they're done. There is no escape. Like, not even Sing Sing can stop that, right? He can't even shell a grave to save himself. It's Ancient Apparition. It's Ag's ultimate. There's nothing he can do. Unfortunately, those supports are living a very precarious lifestyle right now. They have to actually always keep themselves separated from the cores.
Hardy has to buy a cloak, like Sing Sing's done that already. Time to buy cloak and braces.
So,
what do you expect from Resolution next? 2,800 gold in the bank? You could just go travels now, then free up an item slot? He's holding a gem even.
yeah, I was going to ask you the same thing. When it comes to big ticket items, right? He can obviously go for like Boots of Travel next and those kind of things. But like really big item. Aghanims or Ethereal Blade? Which one do you like more here? Because Ethereal Blade, it's not a bad idea. Like obviously the Aghanims when you have a Refresher is amazing, right? You already have the Ice Blast on top of it. It's hard to give that up. But Ethereal Blade, well, you're already having Meepwn'd gonna have a hard time laying in enough damage to finish off these heroes. If you have an Ethereal Blade that you can use, say, on the Viper to stop him from right-clicking, or use it on Weehaw to force him to use a BKB when he doesn't want to, or to save an ally. There are many different scenarios where Ethereal Blade can actually be an incredibly good utility item versus this team because they need to be able to focus down one hero. Like what happened to the Ethereal Blade's Necrophos? You know, and Meepwn'd, who are trying to right-click him down with the SF, are left with, you know, 4 seconds of just not being able to hit him, and that means Silent is getting off more heartbeat or at times as well as death pulses. Jump in, we do have this attempt to intercept the Roshan here. They're going to jump in with Fly, going to be able to grab two, letting loose the ultimate, but left off the BKB, able to finish off one. He getting very, very low as well. He's going to get off the reverse side, grab goes off though. Finishes off them, the ultimate come out for Resolution as well as the time. Able to take down another one. Weehaw, inside of the pit, getting quite low. Resolution finds that kill, he wasn't real bad, he did it too. It's worth it for him to die there. He gets the important kill of Weehaw. Even if that was a terrible fight for Empire, at least Zeus does that much. And he'll actually come back thanks to the heavy amount of Bloodstone charges he had. He is already up and at him and ready to try and contest this. I don't think he has enough damage.
If you had a blink, I'd say go for it.
Dire's top
They
tower
lost the gem
is
as well.
under
Who's holding
attack.
on to that?
Falling to the radiant.
Oh, it really is. Oh,
Fly season. There we go.
Dire's top
Holy
tower is under
tamale.
attack.
That is 6,500 gold on Fly. All right, what do you go, Durka? What do you do?
Dire's top tower
I
is under attack.
don't know either. Like,
Hot?
I feel like Blade Mail would have been a great item to get for this game, but he went for BKB instead. I completely understand that. And unfortunately, Blade Mail doesn't really work for you anymore. Or at least not maybe later into the game, possibly. But for now, I'm thinking like you just kind of have to go tank up some more, and you go hard, or do you go Ags?
Do you go Necro 3?
I didn't really think about that one, to be honest.
I'm just thinking, you know, breaching high ground. You can win fights like that in the Roche Pit in a closed environment. That was pretty good for Meepwn'd. Like, that's the best a team fight can turn out, because Empire caught off guard. They don't have the chance to aim Ice Blast and aim all of their ultimates into a specific spot.
Yeah.
But winning a team fight and then going up to take TS, oh my god, look at that. Sing Sing drops to about half HP.
Body. Quite low as well.
Sing's good. Oh, where's the Ice Blast going? It's
Sing
not gonna
Sing's
land
good. Maybe it was aimed for Hot. Item pickup wise, do we have anything? Chrysalis for Weehaw. If he gets the Daedalus, like that'll be a really big damage upgrade, and maybe they'll be back. But at the same time, like as he picks up damage at this point, it's you never want to be behind in damage on the SF, right? When you go this utility build, that's the risk you really run. SF can't really afford to come to run behind in damage because he will probably never get back to a point where his damage is significant. Right? Because if he gets a Daedalus, in which point, like, Necrophos has, well, he's already got himself Scotty. And he can build himself some more armor, or he can go for a heart, right? There are many different things that Silent can build into that still make it so that Daedalus really doesn't do much.
Oh.
Support's not so much. unfortunately.
Top tower is
Couldn't
under
get the blink
attack.
off in time. Not sure why he has a TP there. Oh, they caught another one? Yogi! He's got a TP out. Just barely, but he's good. Please don't tell me they're going to get caught here. Always want to fly getting up the ward just before the rotation comes in. And it'll immediately be countered by Hani.
See, the Axe went back for an Aghanim.
Oh, so he did go Aghanims instead of Heart.
So it tanks you up, gives you nice mana pool armor, you know, all the stats pretty much. But the threshold decrease, what does that do for you? AA is pretty tanky now with his Aghanims. Rubik is probably your only real target.
Dire's
Unless you can drop someone real low
attack.
with Finger of Death and Requiem from afar. Maybe a couple of Razors onto someone like the Tidehunter. But you're running into double Ravage, double Thunder God's Wrath, when you actually get the jump. So if you're going onto tier, right, let's say you're Meepwn'd right now. You're going onto a tier 2 tower. Ice Blast has just landed, so this is like
Dire's middle tower is under
almost
attack.
optimal time to go and find a pick off, but Empire realize this. They're sitting back. They're hiding on the high ground and hiding in the fog. You need to like smoke up as Meepwn'd and bait the Ice Blast onto one hero when you're pushing into tier 2, and then go and loop around behind and try and find someone like Silent.
Exist bit by bit is taking down this tier 2 tower now. Empire have their ultimates back up, except for Ice Blast, which is now up. So Empire could fight if they wanted to. Loa dance, cheeky little play, continuing to slow down Exist as much as possible. But Empire just give up that tier 2. And for now, you want to give up, I think, everything you can, thanks to the Aegis being picked up by Exist. You don't want to take a fight. By the way, what does Silent build into? Does he go Refresher? Does he go Heart? Like, you got to sell the Rod of Atos for something.
I think you have to go Refresher.
Yeah.
Then maybe Hex instead of Blink, but I don't know. Depending how late the game goes, I guess.
So you don't think there's any possibility of him trying to tank up more?
If they literally delete the heroes from the game, like the Shadow Fiend and, you know, anyone else, the Dazzle, the Viper, it doesn't really matter who the secondary target is. I think they've got a good chance in that minute and a half window, whatever it is, 2-minute window. They have a ridiculous time. The Necro says you've got to stay in the grave, you know,
Yeah.
3 hours. You just kind of take his word for it when he says, "Yep, you're dead, buddy."
Yeah. It's kind of like a mini Year B Sprawl event, you know? It just comes in and prevents you from playing Dota for a while.
Yeah. You don't know for how long. You don't know when they'll fix it, but...
Oh, dear. Ancient Apparition's actually going to be going for a Helm of Iron Will. Or, no, Veil Discord. Obviously, the Helm of Iron Will built into. So, we rarely, very rarely see that item, but... Good God, it actually is viable. It's just generally it's just not picked up. A little bit hard to utilize at times.
It's just too expensive. Like,
yeah.
The majority of the times you see it used like a last pitch item
top
for heroes
tower
like
has
Zeus.
fallen.
When Jakiro used to get played quite a lot, if they had something, they'd just fire and try and get a Veil and high ground. But using it as an AA.
Oh, Hani's dead. He got hit by the Ice Blast, so, you know.
Radiant's top
Insta-dead.
tower is under
That's all it
attack.
means. He does have a buyback, so if Empire really try and force this one, which I don't think they should, they're still... No, actually, Aegis faded. So they're not dealing with Aegis, but...
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Without, like, a Reaper Scythe pickoff, I don't think they should really try and force any... I still feel like no matter how late this game goes, Empire always have that pickoff advantage. That they shouldn't necessarily try and force things. They should let this game kind of draw out. They go for a smoke thing. Because if you find someone, you punish them so much more heavily than it is even possible for Meepwn'd.
Yeah, the onus is on Meepwn'd to break it out of their base, take objectives, and finish the game. Whereas Empire can quite easily rely on Meepwn'd just making a minor mistake. Or not even a mistake, but, you know, a hero standing 100, 200 range away from the rest of his teammates, or too far forward. Or Hani, maybe, who blinks forward to try and initiate for his team. If he gets picked off in a team fight before he can use a Hex or Finger of Death, that's a big part of Meepwn'd's damage just gone.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. But by the way, I just want to say, this Veil Discord is going to be amazing for the... Like, if any team gets a Veil Discord, it's this one right here, right? I mean, the amazing amount of magic damage that Empire They really just have no physical damage, hardly whatsoever. They've got right clicks of Necro, which at current time he's doing 200 pop. Not really anything to brag about. Anchor Smash is your next like big physical damage. Like it's not even somebody's right clicks. It's actually Anchor Smash. There is nothing else. Yeah.
Actually, nothing else.
But it goes to show how powerful magic damage is that we actually look at this lineup from Empire and go, you know, we actually think they have better late game because of the fact that you just can't buy like new BKBs constantly.
What type of damage is Hot Stop Aurora now? Doesn't say anymore. Used to be HP removal. Like
I'm guessing it's just now pure damage.
Guess so. That's one of the hardest things for me to keep track of now, because I used to know, you know, this is HP removal, this does that, and then it's like, nope, we're going to simplify things.
Ooh, what?
Nice.
All right, they know smoke has happened. They just Zeus ulted, and it actually just smoked everyone. So they know, they're hiding. They're grouped up in their jungle. They're like, oh god, oh god, oh god.
They could come from anywhere.
Can we please talk about Refresher Axe?
Yes. Double Berserker. It's basically like Refresher Enigma.
Yeah.
Just manlier.
It's just like the only time you'll see Refresher where you're focusing on one of your not ultimate ability.
Yeah. Maybe Dark's here?
Cart. What's the stats on that? Because I haven't seen. I'm not sure if I've seen it before.
I've seen it once, I think, in DAC. One of the few games that
that's right. I remember that. Actually. So, once by S4, once by Zybe. Yeah, I remember the Zybe one, actually. So.
But yeah, Berserker's cool is what he wants to refresh.
Yeah.
We were like beating around the bush talking about.
Oh, yeah. No, double battle hunger. Oh, yeah.
Actually, I wonder. Because
does
you can only
that stack? What happened?
No, I mean, you can only count. Well, probably it doesn't stack. Most probably. I'm not going to say definitely that. But I'm thinking about double counter helix. Because you can only get a certain amount of. There's like one counter helix every 0.7 seconds.
Yeah.
But
is it possible to refresh that sort of?
Don't see why not.
Because it doesn't actually like have a cooldown when you spin, right? So can you actually refresh that aspect of counter helix? It's totally pointless.
Well, it does have a cooldown, but I don't know if that's a hard-coded cooldown. 0.3 seconds. Oh yeah.
3. So I got that spin 0.1 second faster than I could have.
Guaranteeing my chances for a little bit of physical damage.
So this game is kind of stalling out right now, which is why we're kind of joking around. Both teams are looking to do Roshan. Unfortunately, they have this gigantic push that's coming in the top lane that Hani has to deal with, which now is the opening here for Team Empire to go inside the Roche pit and take it for themselves. And it looks like Meepwn'd won't be able to keep passing. Now, fortunately for Meepwn'd, the physical damage is so lackluster for Empire, it actually takes them years to do Roshan.
It's
oh god.
Up.
The time is coming. They're fully committed to Roshan here, by the way. Exist starts coming forward. Resolution gonna pop his ultimate. Shiva's actually going out from Silent. Now he's gonna be caught in the double call. He keeps him in place. They'll take him down. And now Resolution is hiding himself in the pit. Gets a force staff over there. Stops Simba from being able to pursue. Ravage going off. Oh, they're actually gonna try and take this one. Secondary Ravage. Not quite in time. Oh, Roshan, why would you do that? Simba getting off the BKB for a while. Silent with the second line. He's got a Reaper Scythe. Ravage catches both of them. And they're not going to give him a Reaper Scythe opening. Not yet, anyway. It looks like they're going to try and go on Exist here. And he got it, too. The Blink stops him. And, oh, that's such a big kill, too. Taking out Exist for 2 minutes. And now they can go back to doing Roshan. And they can take all the time in the world to do it.
Where's Rehawk going?
That's a good question. I figured he was just kind of sticking around.
Do I steal this? What? No.
We have great. He's going to go up the top lane. Push that one out. What did it cost Empire to do that? It was at least 1 buyback. So,
that was it, wasn't it?
yeah, it was just silent buyback. I actually felt like it was much more solely because the beginning of that fight was so disastrous for Empire that I was just like, there had to have been more to turn that. But no, it's just Silent. Going off of Weehaw, not going to be enough to kill Silent by itself. Silent is going to lose his 8. Okay. Unless through some miracle Ice Blast actually lands, there was no potential for a return kill. That was kind of questionable.
Not like you could kill the Shadow Fiend with that Reaper Scythe? I don't know. Silent just really wanted to push out that top lane, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Radiant's middle tower is under
creeps are
attack.
going to hit that tier 3.
And it's kind of crazy because it leaves them really exposed. If Silent dies, that could be the end of the game for Empire. It now counts as negative HP regeneration. Is what hard stuff.
Thank you, person on Cap's Twitter.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Because obviously pure damage is just damage.
Radiant's middle tower is falling.
Oh, bye-bye. There goes the Dazzle. Lids out a little smug line of his own. 10 seconds until Exist is back up. They're going to try and focus on the melee racks before they back out. Now, they're going to be a bit far forward here. And sure enough, people are going to try and take the fight. They're going to jump on a Weehaw here. They got the Reaper's fight. They take him out. He's down for 2 minutes. Simba makes the initiation on his Silent, but they still do not have the Viper here. He's on the side, trying to go on a resolution, but the damage just isn't good enough. Ice back. Will be Simba. He's probably going to fall as well. The first thing trying to do the damage he can. He throws out a calling blade for whatever he can. Oh, finger of death on his Silent. They can actually finish him off here. Exist with the right click. Oh, he needs another one. He gets it. He finally gets that kill. Exist trying to get back, but the Ravage will stop him. He's not making it back to the fountain, nor is Honey. He gets taken out. Exist with the buyback. Now the TP is away from Empire. They won the fight. Now they just need to back themselves up. It doesn't matter. Oh, they want the gem. Aloha? That was questionable, friend. I don't know if you wanted that gem so badly. Poor Saps. He's going to barely survive through this for the time being. Now the turnaround, going on to Sing Sing. Celebrate to save himself. Resolution, eating the cheese now. Looks like Sing Sing dead. Watching this with Ice Blast coming in, they may actually be able to focus him down. Yule Scepter denied by the Bloodstone. Exist still has that so hard to get through to him, but bit by bit they're bringing him closer and closer to the end of the Ice Blast, and they do get it with the last Anchor Smash. Anchor Smash, the physical damage of that one is enough.
And then we're left spawns after like 12 seconds of being on the sideline. Spike boost and travel straight back into the base. He's got double ulti too.
And the funny thing is, these tier 4s are actually going to last a while because we've got Resolution, the Zeus, doing 200 damage, and Yoki doing about 150, and then Aloha Dance doing 120. They actually don't have enough physical damage to end the game just yet.
Like, the damage is okay, it's just the fact they've got no attack speed whatsoever.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, okay, well,
never mind.
That,
all right, we got physical damage, ladies and gentlemen. That's a Madness rooted in a Desolator Tidehunter. And there goes the game, potentially. One's going to come in. Ice Blast will actually miss here. The double call. Ice Force Stabs attempts to save, but Fly still on it. Will be able to get that secondary call. Beating through these heroes bit by bit. Yoki on the front line trying to keep everyone else back. Simba is getting inside the mines. Here comes all that magic damage with the Reaper Scythe on top of it. There he goes. We do have our SF coming back up, but it's a Ravage. Pops it. Weehaw couldn't get off the beacon in time. Scythe the fight, and he'll be taken down as well. And there goes the throne. Empire finally do it, and will end this series on a tie. 40-44, 56 minutes in. And Empire, I mean, it was a rough game through and through, but they stuck it out, and they managed to make what I would call a comeback.
yeah. I mean, Meepwn'd looked like they were going to take this 2-0.
Yeah, absolutely. With the way they started out this game, they were looking so damn good.